Manchester United. Not Manchester United. England. Zilt. Ghana, Zilt. Ghana did enough to get the point. Yeah, they're going to have to beat Panama. Or they beat Panama already. They lost. Who did they lose to? They lost the game before. No, this is that second game they drew. People, please smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. It looks like Fernandez is off to Spurs. Spurs. We're getting absolutely trolled by Spurs. Spurs. And I think Manchester United are a bit concussed and a bit confused. If you ask me, we're a bit concussed and a bit confused, just like England were tonight. What's the difference between England and Manchester United? A bit concussed, bit confused. Didn't really test the goalkeeper in the first half. Did everything that they did. Didn't really test nobody. Old tight Ghana. Big up Saeed for the raid. But yeah, we're live, people. We're live. But Fernandez, the news is that Fernandez is off to Spurs. Fernandez is off to Spurs. Alex Scott is the guy, but we're going to be talking about what is going on with this bit of helter-skelter Manchester United transfer window and what is going on. What is actually going on at Manchester United? Because we are being linked with so many different profile of midfielders. And I'm like, do we know how we want to play? Do we know what type? So why are we getting links? And why is the club briefing that we're in for all these different midfielders? Why is that happening? Big up, Ben. I'm sending you the link right now. I find it really confusing. And by the way, you know me, Mr. Structure. I've been asking for a football structure for a very long, long time. But just like everything else is around this football club, they're doing things by halves. So they're not determining how they want to play. They didn't bank on Carrick. Carrick they stumbled up on. They banked on Amorim, and they found players to suit Amorim's style. And now we're linked with so many midfielders, and all of the midfielders have different profiles. And most important thing we need is chemistry. So to me, I just don't want Manchester United to go and buy random midfielders and try to make a fit. Oh, we'll sort that out later. No, define how you want to play. Why is the club scared to define how they want to play as a football team? Then you hire the coaches and buy the players according to how you want to play. It just doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense to me. It does not make sense. The question is, does it make sense to you? Does it make sense to you? That's the big question. It don't make sense to me. None of the stuff that these lot do makes sense to me. None of the stuff that these lot do makes sense to me. They don't. None of the things that this lot do make sense to me. I really I'm curious. I'm curious by the York tonight. Do Manchester United have a clear, defined transfer strategy? Or are we just making it up as we go along? Big up Saeed for the raid. That's the big question. I'm going to do a poll. Are Manchester United, Man UFC, making it up as they go along when it comes to transfers? That's the question I want to ask. Yay or nay? That's the question I want to ask. Listen, we can move on from players. We can move on from our Manchester United making it up as they go along when it comes to the transfer. Or do they have a clear plan and a strategy? What is the plan? Is there a clear plan and a strategy? Do you see a clear plan and a strategy? Do you see that? That's the question we're going to ask. This is the question we're asking people. Is there a clear plan and a strategy? That's the question we want to ask. Big up Saeed for the raid. Big up Fury. Big up to all the people, man. Please smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So the thing what I'm saying to you is that we're linked with Chouameni. We're linked with Tonali. We're linked with Alex Scott. Fernandez now most likely going to go to Spurs as the news is coming out. A lot of the Spurs accounts are suggesting that he's going to Spurs. It's almost done. So the biggest thing is, good luck to Spurs. All thumbs up to Spurs. Go right ahead, Spurs. Go on right ahead, Spurs. Go on right ahead. Pay the 85 million. Pay the 85 million. Pay the 85 million and good luck and all the best to you. All the best to you lot. Move on. But what worries me is that do Manchester United have a clear strategy? Do they have a clear strategy? That's the big thing I'm worried about. I don't think they do. I genuinely don't think they do. I really don't think Manchester United have a clear strategy. And that's what I'm worried about. We're linked with so many different types of midfielders that are nothing alike. Are we making up as a goal? And then Carrick spoke the other day and was like, we want to play exciting football, winning football. And exactly, it's many ways to get to that. Many ways. What is the many ways? What is the many ways? Do we have a define? Are we going to play 2 in midfield? Are we going to play 3 in midfield? Are we going to have fullbacks that push on and bum on? Are we going to have fullbacks that invert? What are we going to do next season? This is the question that needs to be answered, people. What is the strategy for the transfer? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, big up Yusuf, man. Every minute of every second of every day, man. Free Palestine. This is what we need to work out. What is the strategy and what is it have to be? Big up, Ben. How you doing, Ben?
Yeah, big up, man. Can you hear me? Yeah?
I hear you clearly.
Big up, man. Yeah, big up, bro. Big up the chat, man, as always, man. Hope everyone's enjoying the World Cup, man. And hope everyone's all blessed, man. Free Palestine and free everyone that's oppressed.
Free Ireland, mate. Free Ireland. Free Ireland.
Yeah,
mate.
100%, man. 100%. Madness, what happened yesterday, man. I'm just glad justice has been served, man. Just a fucking shit show, bro. Just secrets that were kept for so many years, man, and I find out, man, that the truth has came out, man. And you know, it is what it is, man. It's just the world we live in, man.
It's from Belfast.
Yeah, he's from Belfast, and no, I mean, everyone probably is. I mean, it sort of got shadowed, because obviously the prime minister resigned, and rightly so. Fuck Keir Starmer. But I mean, if anyone doesn't know, then obviously look up what's been going on in Belfast recently. Obviously, there's an MP who was part of the DUP. He was he had a court case going on for yeah, but apparently some things happened with his let's just say people that were close to him when he was very very young, and he got found guilty. And he hid this the whole time for the media, for everyone around the world, and for anyone who supported the party too. And it's the fact that you know, I'm just glad that justice has been served, no matter what. If he's a unionist, if he's a nationalist, whatever it is, you know, no person in this world is better than the law. And what he did was just it was just disgusting, man. And you know, he's going home. Sorry, not going home. Well, he is going home, but to a prison cell, and rightly so. And he has to live with it. He has to live with it for the rest of his life. And I'm just glad. My thoughts are with the victims that occurring at this time. But I'm just glad the whole country have come to the agreement that the law is everything. You know, in terms of when if things are go horribly wrong, if you do something really really bad, then the law has to take his own place, because no one's higher than the law, nerd, and no matter how famous you are in the world, you know, we know what's right and we know what's wrong in this world, you know, and that's the most important thing. But I don't want to talk too much about it, because obviously it's happened. If people want to do their research on it, obviously, yeah, go feel free. But it's very dark. That's all I'll say. It is very very dark when you hear about it. Probably the darkest I've seen. This is probably been one of the biggest things that has happened in Northern Ireland in the last, probably since the Good Friday Agreement. But it's just shocking, absolutely shocking, and it's fucking disgusting. And do you know what it is as well is, you know, there's so many people around the world. Like, we know what the fucking PDF files and all that shit, man. But there's so many people out there that just don't that have that keep secrets that they've done in like decades or like years and years and years ago, and like they never ever told the truth or whatever. Like they always kept it a secret, and that's what really scares me because there's so many of them out there, man. It's not only just that guy, that fucking dickhead, the PDF file. What do you call him? Ah, fuck's sake. What do you call him, Nerdin? PDF file. What do you call him? What's his name, Nerdin? Someone help me out. My brain's completely fucked. What's his name?
What's that? Who?
The PDF file guy. What do you call him?
Epstein.
Epstein. That's it.
Epstein.
Epstein. But like I said, there's so many people in this world that are like Epstein, that are like the guy. His name's Jeffrey Donaldson, and it's just fucking disgusting, bro. It's just a disgrace, man. It putting lives and innocent women and children and all that stuff. And it's just fucking. I don't want to talk too much about it, man, but it's just fucking violence, just disgusting, man. And I'm just glad that justice has been served. And it's been
I do know what ACAP stands for. Yes,
but yeah, I'm just glad that it's been served, and yeah, I hope I hope he wakes up every morning in his cell, thinking, shit. My life is ruined now. I'm in a prison cell, and maybe I could have. I regret everything that I did back in those years, man. But look, when you hide something and you did something bad, eventually the truth will come out, nerd. And you know yourself as well. You know yourself with obviously what's going on with, with that state that doesn't exist. Obviously, everyone was like, the media like hid it all from us about what was going on with Gaza and stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm just so glad that the whole world's, finally knows like how much of a disgrace that state is. That obviously murdered, innocent kids and innocent babies and women and children and men in Gaza, man. It's just vile, man. The whole world is just. I think that to summarize it all up, the world we live in is a disgrace, man. Like one of my good mates, he got married there 4 months ago, and like he even said to his missus as well. He says like, why would anyone want to bring a child into this world, man? Because of what's going on. Like there's so many wars going on. There's just like obviously we live in the world with obviously racism, Zionism, fascism. Everything is just. It's just so chaotic right now, man. And like all we want is just peace, man. Like we just want peace, man. And that's what I just don't think we'll ever get that, nerd. And that's the sad part, man. It really, really is sad. Like, but yeah, man. But big up everyone, man. I hope everyone's staying safe out there, and also people keep protected as well for the heat wave. Obviously, I seen what was going on in London, all around parts of England as well. They're getting up to like 35, 36 degrees heats. Today it was actually 28 degrees in Ireland, which was quite good. Quite good because I love the heat, man. I love the heat. Like I just can't deal with the cold or any of that shit, man. But yeah, stay protected out there, people. Wear your sun cream, put your sun cream on, and that's it, man. But yeah, proud to be here, bro. Loving the World Cup, bro. And yeah, well, what's the topics tonight, Nerdin?
Yeah, we're talking about Manchester United transfer strategy. The poll is out there, people get involved. I don't know what you're asking about ACAP and that. My views are simple, mate. The police, people who join the police know and understand. The police are there to protect capital. They're not there to protect people. They're not here to protect people. So if I was you, I would go and do research into the criminal justice industry because there's no justice in it. It's called criminal industry system for me personally. You need to go and look at it for yourself. For me, you make a conscious choice to join one of the biggest gangs in the world. And police are the same majority, regardless where you are in the world. They're there to protect the rich. They're not there to protect anybody else. People, please get involved. 92% are Manchester United making up as they go along when it comes to the transfer. 92% of you are saying yes. Please, let's get to 100 likes ASAP. The topic is that, well, what's the transfer strategy? That's what I'm saying to you, Ben. Because we're linked with so many different footballers from all different parts and walks of life. Let me just get this. Big up to Khalees from Madi Lassie. Big up to you, Khalees. I hope you're well, King. Manchester United and Arsenal are tracking Alex Scott. A successful move would need to be around 60 million. Yeah, so be it. And also Spurs are willing to pay Ben 85 million for Fernandez. And you know what I say to them? Good luck. Harry Maguire, Ruben Amorim was still the manager at Manchester United. Kobe Mainoo would have probably been shifted on and looking for a new club, but he turned things around. Credit to him. It would have been a mistake because he's a Manchester lad. He came through the academy, and we want them players in our club to drive the club forward the next 10 years. And
yeah, go ahead.
And hopefully, he's at the club for the next 10 years because he has the ability to do so. All right, big up to Khalees. People, make sure you follow Khalees across all culture, geopolitics, world events, all the football. Check him out at Khalees from Medina Lassie, yeah? Big up to my guy.
Big up Khalees, man. And also big up to Shakarian. I think he's traveling tomorrow with a few of his friends tomorrow. But
who's that?
Shakarian.
Oh, yeah. Big up to Shakarian, man. Big up to Shakarian.
Yeah, I hope you have a good time. I think he's going to Cambodia.
Big up with school and college.
Yeah. I hope you have a safe flight and a really enjoyable time, Shaq.
Yeah, big up to King Sol as well. I saw about Anderson. The whole England. See how they all blame Anderson. He's not worth 120 million, but it wasn't about Anderson. England did not move the ball quick enough. To blame him is crazy. Look at the agenda from these United fans, man. It's unbelievable. You blame him. England did not move the ball quick enough. The fullbacks did not go high and wide. They did not move the ball. We're going to come to that. We're going to break that down in a minute. But yeah, Ben, I'll just get your opinion. Manchester United, do you think Manchester United are making up as they go along? For me, I say good luck to Fernandez, 85 million. Yeah, if they're paying that, see you later. Ta-ra. Alex Scott, I do like the player, even though I think him he's under 24 and he's had a crucial ligament, didn't he? So I worry about those type of players. Big up, Tuchel A-net. Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, it's been very confusing, man, in these last few weeks. It's frustration, it's anger.
And it's not even the frustration. It's just that we're linked with so many different type of players. I'm like, well, what are we trying to do? And we're making it up. And then the way we want to play, Carrick is coy about it. He's talking about exciting at winning football. What does that mean? Winning football could be playing as a style of play could be just sitting deep and hitting teams on a counter-attack.
Robert, if Ruben Amorim or Ten Hag said that, like, I swear the whole fan base would just get on them. But it's just because it's Michael Carrick, he's one of our own. Like, you know, they just want to fucking say, oh, we'll give you a wee bit of grace. We believe everything you're saying because you got Champions League football when the football was just shit. It was just literally low block, mid block, hit them on the counter. That's what his tactics were. And individual brilliance. People don't want to actually accept it. Just like, you know, Ruben Amorim's tactics were, and Ten Hag's tactics were technically individual brilliance too. But the thing is, Ruben Amorim and Eric Ten Hag, you could see what they were trying to do. Yes, it was a shit system, shit tactics, but you see what he was trying to do. With Carrick, it's individual brilliance. You know what Carrick's doing off the ball, what he's telling the people to do, players to do off the ball. But when we have the ball, I haven't got a Scooby-Doo what he's trying to do or like what he's trying to coach the team. Like it's so like confusing. And this is for me, like obviously I don't play fucking football at a high level, like, but you know, even for me as well, like who's someone who's very like I try to like figure out like how different systems can work. And also like, you know, he plays a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1 or whatever it is. I still to this day I don't understand why Man United still proceed with playing 4-2-3-1. It just does. It will never, ever work, man. And look, I hope he proves me wrong. Hope everyone proves me wrong. But you can never, I'll still stand by to this day that you'll never, ever win major trophies with playing a number 10 and a double pivot. Everyone got on to Amron by saying, why are you playing a double pivot? Everyone got on to Ten Hag saying, why are you playing a single pivot? You know, none of it will ever work until we get a flat three midfield, just like what all the other fucking clubs do, man. All the top clubs, like, you know, like your Barca, like your fucking PSG, you know, like your Bayern. You know, all these teams play a three-man midfield, like City as well to some degree. But look, honestly, man, like it just really pisses me off. Do you know what it is when it comes to signings? All these fucking giddy United fans who are like so gassed about INEOS and shit, you know, all the best in class, best in shite, you know. They all say we need to be buying players who want to come to Man United. We need to be buying players that, you know, we don't need to be buying like 100 million pound signings, 80 million pound signings, which I do agree. We don't need to buy that. But this whole like narrative that we have to buy players that want to play for Man United, it's just laughable. Like you just said, Durden, you know, in the Fergie days, you know, Roy Keane is a big prime example. He was going to go to Blackburn. And what did Fergie do? No, I want you to come to us. I want you to come to us. So yes, that's what I'm just really fed up. Like I don't like the fact that people are saying
Big up Brands for the raid. Brands for the raid. Big up.
Big up Brands.
Yeah, people, let's get to 200 likes ASAP. Yeah. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, do you know what it is, bro? Like the fact that people say, Anderson wants to go to City. Anderson wants to go to City. You know this and that. He doesn't want to go to City. He wants to go to City or Man United. He likes both the fucking teams. Let's just speak facts, people. INEOS are fucking broke. They're broke. They may as well go on the fucking duel. Like they're not broke because they want the fucking what do you call it? The clubs that are 1.3 billion pound in debt, which no fans will ever speak about. Like because you know we got the best in class. We got Jason Weetabix, Wilcox, Omar Potato Head Barada, man. Like you know, it's just do you know what it is? It's I don't even get angry anymore. I just start laughing when like people like you know put shades on when we sign like decent players, decent young players. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind buying decent young players because you know it's you know you look forward to like their up and coming like you know their journey as a footballer like you know like likes of Lenny Euro and stuff. But the thing is, the most important thing is last season we all said Premier League proven, Premier League proven, Premier League proven. What did we go and get? What did we go and get? We went and bought Brian and Buemo. We went and bought Cunha for 62 million, and then 70 million for Brian and Buemo. And what did them two contribute? Goals. They got probably the highest goal scorers up there in the Premier League last season. So we actually did, you know, the right thing. We actually said right here, these lads actually performed so fucking well last season. Let's go and get them. No matter what the price is, let's go and get them. Yes, people are going to say 70 million was a wee bit too much for Brandon Brown. I agree. But the most important thing is, people, please understand the facts. When we buy a 90 million pound player or 80 million pound player or whatever, 40, 30, it could be anything, we don't pay the club 80 million pound straight away. We don't. We pay in installments. So if we went to bought Tonali right now for 80 million British pounds, we don't give Newcastle 80 million pounds. We give them 10 million. So this whole narrative on saying that, you know, we should be bringing like, you know, players, that you be bringing youngsters and all this shit, you know, we need a wee bit of experience as well. And this is why I keep getting on to like the marquee signing. Like the thing is, if you buy a marquee signing of like 80 million or 90 million, whoever it is, Tchouameni, Tonali, Anderson, whoever it is, you know, people just have this narrative that, you know, they think that Man United are just instantly giving the club, whoever we're buying off, the whole amount in one go, which is wrong. This is why
we did that with Harry Maguire. That's it.
We did. But you know, obviously we're doing things.
And they built a training ground, by the way. Training ground.
Yes, yeah, I agree. But people just need to like understand like the business side of things. They don't just instantly pay the 80 million. They pay 10, 15 million for the first season and then vice versa. But this is why I just say to you, Nerd, all the time, I don't really care if we went and bought a Tonali, Tonali or Anderson or Tchouameni for 80 or 90 million, because I know we've only just spent 15 million or 10 million on them, because that's our, you know, this is this season. Forget about next season. Forget about seasons after that. We're focused on this season, and the fact that this season is the most important transfer window for Man United's history. You know, the fact that we're just going down the route of, hang on, let's go and look at Fernandez. Okay, if West Ham are going to quote, West Ham are quoting for 80 million, which I don't think he's anywhere near worth 80 million. I think he's worth 45 to 50 million best. You know, you move on. But do you know what it is, bro? What really pisses me off? Fernandez should be the final midfield signing. He shouldn't be like our best midfield signing. Our best midfield signing, as I said all the time, should be Tonali, Tchouameni, or Anderson. One of them three, I'd be so happy with. Then the last guy should be Fernandez, Sangari, Kamara. You know, yeah, do you know what it is as well, Nerd? I remember you were speaking about it last night on the show. People are getting so giddy on that Moroccan kid on Numeka. Is it Numeka, the Nigerian? Is he Nigerian or English? I can't remember. But anyways, people can get in the comments. People are like this. Oh my god! Oh my god! I want him to come to Man United. I want him. I want him. I want him. Numeka. Is it? And apologies.
The German player.
Is it German?
Mecha.
No, apologies. German. Yeah.
Mecha.
Yeah. Like, and you know what's really, really annoying? You don't judge a player in international football. You judge him at his current club. I don't care if you're doing well at fucking, World Cup or Euros or any of that shit, man. I judge you by what you're doing at whether it's Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, he's at Borussia Dortmund. Wherever he's at, fucking wherever, like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but see, like,
listen, you can't buy players of World Cup form.
We did the same with
Onana. Poborski. We did it with Poborski back in the day, and he was just an average winger. We bought Poborski from to Czech. He played for the Czech. He scored a mad goal in for Czech Republic in the Euros at that time, and we bought him, and he was just an average guy. We don't buy players of a. If Manchester United buy players because of a World Cup performance, then we're in more trouble than we think we are. If they have scouted this guy, I've looked at him with clear plan and a strategy, and said he is the piece that's part of this puzzle in a team. Then I've got no problem. Forlan, Kleberson, we bought Kleberson. Like Forlan actually did well.
Yeah,
Forlan
did well. I like
incredible
Forlan.
player. Jumba, Rojo. What
Rojo.
are we doing here? Like,
but
what are we
Onana,
doing
you can even include Onana into it. Now, we didn't buy Onana because he was at Cameroon.
Yeah, because of the Champions League.
Champions League final.
Exactly.
People got giddy. People got giddy because he could play out from the back. No, I'm sorry, man. Like do you know what it is, bro? I've seen so many people on Twitter. I know who they are. They just got so super giddy about Yamaka and freaking that Moroccan kid, it's so fucking funny, bro, because they're setting themselves up the field.
People, let's go, man.
It's fucking laughable, man. Yeah, come on, man. Run up the likes, man.
We're not even on 100 likes yet. I don't know what's going on, people. It don't cost you anything. We're shadow banned. The other night, they tried to shut us out. So the least you could do is like the video. Ben, is there a window where I'm open? Because I'm getting a bit of a feedback. Have you got us on YouTube? Have you got me on YouTube somewhere?
I don't.
Let's have a look.
I don't.
Yeah, if you got one, just close it down. Big up to you, bro. People, listen, at the end of the day, it's simple. It's simple. For me, Fernandez, let him go to Spurs. Good luck to him and Spurs, man. Move on from my guy. Alex Scott is the next guy that we've been linked with. Possibly, like he was saying here, big up Khalees. Khalees was saying possibly about 60 million. Do you guys want to hear? I mean, I've done it before, but I can do it again. I can really look at my notes again and break down. Is that better,
Nerd? Can you hear background noise? No,
that's fine. Now it's fine.
Good, big up, man.
So do you guys want to know what Alex Scott is? His player profile.
If
you want that, let me know. Man. Just put yes. Put that in the chat. Because people genuinely, some people, I think we need to move on. We can't be holding on for these type of players if the player wants to go there. And you'd be shocked and surprised. I'm back in the club when it comes to Fernandez. I'm like, let him go to West Ham.
I agree.
Because he's not worth 85 million. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. A guy who's been playing a bit more of a deep lining midfielder for a season, and that's got relegated. It's all of a sudden worth 85 million. On what crack are you smoking? What crack are you smoking?
It's just embarrassing, man. It's just the fact that he played a number 10 as well for Southampton. He's played two different positions, which is a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing. It's always good to actually be adaptive in the midfield, and I like that. But at the same time, West Ham got relegated. We have to speak the facts. West Ham got relegated, but I think the reason why West Ham are quoting him 85 million is because I remember the mayor of London that stated that if West Ham get relegated, apparently it affects their like London's like I don't know, it affects London's like economy
Economy.
yeah, some stage now, which is understandable because obviously London Stadium is fucking huge. But honestly, see when it comes to Alex Scott, you know, I love Alex Scott, man. You know, him if you bring me Alex Scott and a Sangare, I'd take that. I would take that. You know, because I know what I'm getting with Alex Scott, but realistically, my like ideal two, like from this at this rate right now, would be probably a Tonali or Tchouaméni, like one of the other, because I know we're not getting Elliot Anderson because these owners are just fucking fools. And then I get an Alex Scott. I think Alex Scott's definitely my priority right now. But if you can't get a Tonali or a Tchouaméni, then get me Sangari and Scott for me. But you know, for me, for like Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal need an Alex Scott. This might sound mad because you need to look at what Arsenal desperately
He's a
need.
very similar to Declan Rice, isn't he?
He is, and I think Tonali would suit Arsenal way more than Alex Scott because the thing is with Tonali, you know, when you look at that Arsenal team, every single one of them are literally beasts. They're literally fucking physically strong. They're mentally strong. Like with Tonali, you're getting a leader. You're getting a freaking monster in a way because he's just everywhere in that fucking pitch. And I just think with him, if he fills in the role with Subamendi, and you have Rice, and then you have, well, apparently they're looking at Morgan Rogers. That's a quality midfield. That's a really, really good midfield. Now, it's whether or not Morgan Rogers will do the off the work ball. Like, you know, if he's going to be staying the positionally disciplined with the 3-man midfield, that's all up in the sky right now. I'm not really a big fan of Morgan Rogers. I don't know I haven't really liked what I've seen about him so far. But it'd be just be very interesting, man. But nah, honestly, I'm all for Scott Nerd, and like I'm so glad that you mentioned Alex Scott like months ago, because obviously even though I watched Bournemouth a wee bit, obviously everyone knows I watched a lot of
Yeah, big
Newcastle.
up to you, Gray Scott. Big up. Please keep liking people. Let's get to
But I remember
200 likes
I
ASAP.
remember you were mentioning Scott, and I then had to do like a deep, you know, profile look at what Alex Scott brings, and I watched a lot of like about 5 or 6 games or 7 games of Bournemouth's last like games of the season, and I was like, wow, this kid's got everything that you need for a midfielder, and he's so
We're not
like
getting Anderson anyway. I don't know why you guys are all obsessed with Elliot Anderson. We're not
we're
getting
not.
him. He's going to Man City. We're not getting Fernandez as well. That's the breaking news today and tonight. That Fernandez is close to a deal with Spurs. They're willing to pay that 80 million plus for him. But for those people, yeah, big up to Ben. I don't know why the people in the comments. So to give you a little bit, I did the notes that I did last time on Alex Scott. So he's a versatile player, obviously central midfield player. Number 8, box to box. He's quite flexible and he can drop in like in a deeper positions. Yeah, he become a key player for Bournemouth. High pressing, vertically orientated system. You know, that's what Iraola used, 4-2-3-1. And that's what United really use. Variation to like 3-5-2, 3-2-5, or 4-3-3 in shape possession. So at times, the thing about Iraola's system was so flexible.
Good.
They would play depending on the game, depending on the on where they are in the game. They will play 4-2-3-1. They will play like 3-2-5. They will play 4-3-3. So the biggest thing about Alex Scott is that he's flexible. He can be more defensive midfielder, or he can be like a more up the pitch, more advanced central midfielder. Or he's good at build up because he's quite press resistant.
Yeah.
Because you know what I mean? Number 8 for me suits him because he allows him to contribute both phases, heavily involved. Like he's either defending and he is similar to Elliot Anderson in that sense. For me, he's a bit similar. He's good in possession, press resistant, good carrier, very good at conducting, very close control, dribbling in high spaces. Yeah, they called him the Guernsey Grealish. That was the nickname when I was doing my research. The Guernsey, he's from Guernsey. Little island. Guernsey Grealish, that's what they named him. He's very good at progressive passing, can break the lines. He's a very good scanner. You know how you say Fred and McTominay couldn't scan to save their lives, yeah? He is the opposite. He scans.
I like scan. Yeah.
He contributes. He key passes. He likes to play forward. He glides past opponents. His running style is always upright.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. 100%.
Yeah, tactically he's disciplined. You don't play for Iriola if you're not tactically disciplined. To me, the key things are 3-4 things. He's very good at dribbling, ball possession,
intensity,
and progression the ball. His work rate and athleticism is second to none, and his technical quality is unbelievable for me.
Facts.
And he's
it's
versatile.
Just the injuries.
So yeah, that's the only thing is that an ACL.
Yeah.
When you're not even 22, when you've had an ACL, then it can be.
But it can happen to everyone, though.
Sometimes, yeah, it can happen to everyone, but younger players when they get that, it takes a bit away from them. Ben, ACL is not an easy thing to recover from. 100%. Somebody asked me a question here. Let me just go back to it. Big up Dante. He says, "What's going on, lads? My dream midfield is Belabo Water. The way things are looking, we might be able to get them cheaper than before. Cheers. Thoughts on England, Ghana? Well, absolute snooze draw. Ghana just defended.
Yeah, Ghana.
Carlos Queiroz did a Carlos Queiroz, mate. They absolutely defended like absolute dogs. Just sat back, and just defended, and England couldn't get anywhere. No spaces. England played like Manchester United. Slow, and ponderous. As the game went on, England played more ponderous, more slowly. They didn't move the ball quick enough. They couldn't. It was rained on that pitch. You should be able to move the game quick enough across the ground. Move the ball. Move it quicker. That's what should be done. But they didn't move it. They did not move to me. When you're playing against a low block, I've said this again and again. It was like West Ham versus Manchester United. It's slow, ponderous, try to come through the middle all of the time. No. Get the wide guys out. They should have took off Elliot Anderson from the first half an hour, because if you know, why the hell do you need two midfielders who are competitive? You should get more attacking players on the football pitch. You should have played with two strikers. Like, that's what they should have done. Because Ghana weren't hardly ever gonna be threatening. They weren't. So yeah, big up to Jarvis. Jarvis singing in the rain, singing everywhere. You know what I mean? Woo, 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 woo. It's taking over. Woo, it's taking over the world, mate. It's taking over. You must be over the moon. You've got so many goals in you that 2 wins out of 2. You would never have predicted that. Ghana, coming up against Senegal. I thought Senegal were crap yesterday. They were really disappointing.
Yeah, they were great.
But congratulations to Norway. Did what they needed to do. Banged in the goals. Could have scored more. Could have been 4 or 5, to be fair. The keeper made some good saves. The Ghana goalkeeper makes the Senegal goalkeeper made a good save.
Mendy.
Yeah, he made some good saves. But how are you feeling about the news that's breaking, Jarvis? Tell us a bit about Norway, and then tell us that they're paying £85 million. Do you agree that 85 million pounds for Fernandez, a guy who's had 1 season playing in a more of a deeper role in the Premier League?
Yeah, it's a lot of money, but we just gotta wait. I think for me, it's not panic mode yet when it comes to Matheus Fernandes. I still believe this is agent talk. I think we have Mendes, the super agent, pulling all the strings, and he's conducting this to make us fans, make the negotiators feel pressured, and then force us to pay out. I still think he will come to our club, and also I think there's so many interesting links right now to Germany. So I actually see that one also being more and more relevant, and a lot of like Spanish newslets reporting this. So I can't quite see that he's staying at Real Madrid. If he's coming to us, I don't know, but at least I think he's on his way out from.
He's also
from
been
Real.
with Chelsea as well, Jarvis.
Yes, that's the thing. That's the thing. But the links is on his way out, and we are a candidate. So again, yeah, it could happen, but right now I feel that it's just a play for the gallery. I don't trust Mendes. I think I think he's a super agent for a reason. You know, he gets the best for his clients and his clubs when it comes to money, and you know, he play the game, and that's how it is. So for me, you know, I'm not. I still think we will get Matheus Fernandes at a reasonable price, and when I say reasonable, somewhere in between 65 to 70 millions. Still overpaying for a player like that, but I think we are at the time right now where we have to be to just swallow our pride and pay up, you know, if we want.
I think we need to move on. Me personally, this way to pick up somebody asking me about Alex Scott. Alex Scott is a central midfielder, but he's a versatile midfielder. He can defend, he can attack. He's good in tight spaces. He can dribble. He is a fantastic ball carrier. He presses really well. He is press consistent. He can scan really good. He can pass the ball forward. He's got things in his
I think he has
locker.
something that no one else has besides Manu. It's dribbling skills, and I think that's
and the ball
now in the modern game, because it's the modern game is so well organized that you have to the only way you can create unbalance, you can't do it by passing the ball. You need to beat your man by passing him with dribbling. So again, I think it will be more and more important, the dribbling skills now. You know, I think you know, the attributes you see from Odegaard, Kevin De Bruyne, Bruno, I think that's a thing of the past. The number 10 who can break lines with his passing. I think it's more about beating your man and carrying it. I think that's
and
the
Alex Scott
modern
is one of
way.
the best ball carriers. To break down to me, you know, Paul Ince was one of the best for me at Manchester United in my lifetime. Supporting Manchester United, Paul Ince was one of the best ball carriers. He could take the ball from just the outside of our box and carry it all the way to outside the box. He was a fantastic ball carrier. Big up Plank. Is Fernandez a type of player to roam around as well? We've already had that moron Kermit from Bruno leaving Kobe for dead. Is he still worth it? I mean, he's got deficiencies in his game. He's got like any young player. But do Manchester United have the thing to develop him? The biggest thing, Jarvis, I'm not getting carried away, but I'm just saying to you, Manchester United are linked with really different types of profiles of midfielders. And the question I was asking earlier is, is the club making it on as they go along? Or do we have a plan? Do we have a strategy for a certain type of profile and a certain type of attributes and the football that suits the way the United want to play? But because we haven't determined, we've got a football structure, we've got director of football, we've got director of sport, we've got head of recruitment, we have all them, but we still have not determined how we want to play. Instead, we bounced from Amorim, who, by the way, got sacked because he wanted transfer, by the way. He wanted a midfielder. That's why he got the sack. And to Michael Carrick. And Michael Carrick is he's saying, oh, there's many ways to play. What does that mean? Many ways to get there. No, have Manchester United defined a way of playing? Then you can scout and the attributes of certain players that can fit in that jigsaw in the team.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have the data analytics team, and also we know the three guys, Berarda and Bivell and Wilcox has to agree on the signings, and also they will talk with the manager. But we know that Man United are not building this squad for Carrick. They're building this squad for this manager and the next manager and the guys who comes in after that. So again, this is why I think we see us getting linked to different profiles. I don't think we're looking for a certain profile, but we need players with the right mindset, the right attitude, and willing to come to United and take a lower wage than others. So again, I think the most important thing is to rebuild the wage structure, as you see, for example, with Ederson, who is willing to come in for £75,000 a week. So again, I think we are looking at those type of players who wants to come to United and who wants to play for us and are not in it for the money. And I think we have held talks, with intermediates, with agents, with a lot of footballing people around these type of players, and all the players we have been linked to, I would suspect the common denominator is I want to come to United. Those are the ones we are pursuing. mainly because we want to break this vicious cycle of being the money club, being the club that overpays, giving players wild contracts. And also when we have done this shift around, it will also be easier for us to change the directions quicker. If we get another specialist manager in who needs different type of players, it will be easier for us to sell on what we have and bring in new ones, and we will have an installed wage structure. So again, I think this is the master plan. This is INEOS. It's not me defending INEOS, by the way. It's just how I feel we are doing at the moment. And also what I've seen this summer window is I feel that we have been linked to more and more Vivel type of players. I think Matheus Fernandes is definitely a Vivel type of player. Tchouaméni is the same. And I think we're moving away from the Wilcox suggestions of players. And I think that's a good thing, because I don't think Wilcox has a clue when it comes to this club. So again, I would gladly take Alex Scott. We know the links with his stepsister playing for Man United Women. I think he would be willing to come.
She's the captain of Manchester United.
Yeah, she's a captain. But also, again, I think the most difficult obstacle is Liverpool. Are they going for him or not?
Well, Arsenal is a club that he's been linked to. Big up to David. Big up to Khalees Ramadine Lassie. Make sure you check him out. Khalees Ramadine Lassie. Chief Editor, United Real Player. David Ornstein, Alex Scott, Arsenal really like him, and Manchester United do too. Bournemouth have no intention of selling him. That's the word coming from.
Bournemouth are really working hard at the moment.
He wants to leave by every report. He apparently was absolutely devastated that he did not make the England squad.
Yeah,
and he was devastated. And he knows when you go to Manchester United, your profile, you're more on telly. Your profile is more. And players have come to Manchester United and been England starters. So this is what it is. Big up to Khalees from Lassie with a lot of quotes. Centre-back position, which isn't high on the priority list of others, but it's been assessed. When you looked at our squad on paper, we have 5 senior centre-backs. Aiden Heaven, but they're all injury-prone. Sandro Martinez, Harry Maguire, Mateus De Ligt, Lenny Euro. Now there is an argument to be made. Martinez and Maguire have injury issues, and De Ligt is still in rehab. So centre-backs could be needed as things stand. Centre-back could be needed, but as things stand, other positions above it. Names will be assessed. However, it will remain to be seen if the pursue move.
We're not signing a centre-back. As soon as we gave Maguire a new contract, I think that's dead in the water.
I think that's going to be a big mistake, me personally. I hope I'm wrong, but I think...
I agree.
Go ahead, Ben. Do you agree what Jarvis was saying, that this is a strategy to bring the wages down and stuff like that? But Manchester United tried to get back to a reasonable stage of what the wages, the reason... Why have you put the ticket prices up if you're going to try to pay peanut wages? Why have you put the ticket price up? The season tickets are up, the ticket prices are up, and you're trying to get every penny out of these out of the fans. Manchester United need quality. At the end of the day, we need quality, but we need quality not just to go and randomly, Jarvis. I agree. You don't go and splash money all over the place, but to go and get strategic pieces in the jigsaw that can work and proper research that's done on a player. You have more faith, and I think he's not the guy who's going to be making decisions with the money. You can have the best director of football or the best guy, the best this and that, but there's the people who have to negotiate. We already know we take too long to negotiate. We can only do one deal at a time. We already know this. There's nothing different between INEOS and Glazers. I don't see it. Both Cunha and Mbemo wanted to come to Manchester United. We got into a bidding war up in Newcastle, and of course Sesko was going to choose Manchester United. As soon as he said no to Arsenal, and Arsenal we're not paying that money, he was going to come to Manchester United. We weren't going to go to Newcastle. So what are we doing here? What is there? A lot of people are hyping up that Mbemo and Cunha both like United. They wanted to come to Manchester United. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I mean, you were spot on there. Like, when INEOS came in, like, Jim made it clear he didn't want Man United to win the Premier League.
Listen, I just want to say this. Listen, Jarvis is not acting like a Glazer. Please don't. That's like you're swearing. Ray Scott. The point is this. He's saying this is what the plan is. I asked the question, do they have a plan? Jarvis, in his opinion, broke down the plan.
Yeah.
You might disagree with that, but don't be coming here accusing somebody who hates the Glazer. Can you not see that? It says hate Glazers for the thing. He's got the green and gold scarf. He's got everything. He's not a Glazer guy by any means. He's saying that he hopes and prays that it is, what's his name? Vival more in control of the Manchester United transfer than it is the director of sport. Which is,
and also, Noradin, just to add, we have been hearing links and reports about the guy who's called Michael Sansoni, and if you don't know him, he came from the INEOS, the F1 team, Mercedes F1, and he's head of data operations, and we have been so much more linked to data driven analytics for players this summer transfer window. So that's also. Maybe they are seeing other things that we don't. You know, how they analyze players nowadays are the whole different thing. It's not just like we do when we look at FB refs and look at the player. They go so much deeper. So again, it's also data driven. A lot of things. Michael Sansoni. That's a name to remember.
Just to carry on as well, like what you said.
Can you turn down the television, please, bro? If you're listening, turn down the television.
I messaged him there. Yeah, man. Like, I think just to carry on with what you've just said there, Nerd, and like when INEOS came in, like his intentions were not Man United win the Premier League, the Champions League, none of that shit. His intentions were to build this new stadium, destroy Old Trafford, and make a profit. That's what his plan is. Okay. That's why he sacked all those employees, those working class employees who've been at Man United for so many years. He's increased ticket pricing, like you just said. That's what his plan is. Now, when it comes to this centre-back situation, like what Jarvis was saying, I don't think we are going to get a centre-back. I think Maguire signing the contract was going to be the final nail in the coffin. And this is the one thing I really worry about. If you were to ask me right now, Ben, I'll give you £600 million to build an 11. What are you going to build? What positions are you going to use the most of your money on? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a goalkeeper. I'm going to buy the 2 centre backs, and I'm going to buy the 3 midfielders. Why? Because we need to build a spine. You can't win Premier League titles or Champions Leagues unless you have a really, really strong spine. And right now, yes, hopefully we can get 2 more midfielders in. Yes, we've got Le Mans in. He's been phenomenal. He's literally changed my life. But the 2 centre-backs is a real issue. Yes, we can say about the full-backs haven't been great either. We need to get full-backs too. But the 2 centre-backs and then the midfield have been the biggest issue with us right now. Yes, people are going to say the attack has been awful like over these years. But I'm sorry, football doesn't start from the attack. Football starts from the very back, from where the keeper is. I'm delighted with Le Mans, but we need to get a centre back in. We need to get 2 full backs in, because it really, really saddens me, because when I see Mazraoui play so well for Morocco, so well for Morocco, but this guy who's our coach doesn't rate Mazraoui. I just don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. But look, you can't. My thing is, you can't. I just think we need to be focusing on spending our most dough this summer on the 2 centre backs and the midfield. You have to build a spine. That's what Roy Keane said. That's what Paul Scholes said. That's what all these, like even Iniesta as well. I love Iniesta, one of my favorite footballers of all time. He always says you can't win football matches unless you have a really strong spine. Because the thing is as well, remember when Amorim was here, remember when Ten Hag was here, people were getting onto the defense by saying, "Oh, the defense was the reason why Ten Hag failed. The defense was the reason why Amorim failed." No, it's because the defense had to rely so much on the midfield, and the midfield weren't protecting the centre backs, and that's the issue we have right now. And it just saddens me because Maguire's obviously signed a contract. Yes, he's done well, but it's not going to be sustainable, Nerd, and like you say, this so many years. So I completely agree with you, Jarvis, everything you've said, and I completely agree with Nerd in terms of what INEOS's plan is. Like, he just wants to build the stadium, and that's it. And look, a lot of fans will love the fact that we're building a new stadium.
Yeah,
For
by the
me-
way, I just want to say about the stadium. We're going to do a show on that stadium very soon because I'm still doing a bit of research for it. But it's not going to be where it was. It's way away. It's 300
To the
meters.
east.
It's like way. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's about on the
northeast,
next to the
yeah.
massive roundabout. It's not going to be. It's not going to be where the stadium is going to be. I'm just going through these basically quotes that Solly is answering questions. Priority ongoing with talks West Ham agents. However, big up Luwani. Luwani, welcome. How you doing, Luwani?
Man.
Big up, brothers.
Luwani's been
Big
to
up.
a World Cup game, man. Luwani, I've never been to a World Cup game. Luwani's
I'd
been
love
to
to
a
go
World Cup
too,
game.
man.
Java's ever been to a World Cup game? Ben,
Never.
have you ever been to a World Cup game?
Never, man. Always want to
You're
go.
on your own. You're in your own club, Luwani. You saw a World Cup game.
Just memories for my son and I. So hopefully he can last. But the money he hurt though. He hurt the pocket.
How much was it for 2 tickets?
Two
2,000
tickets I
pounds.
spent about. Yeah, I spent about 2,200.
Is that dollars? Yeah.
Oh,
Yep,
fucking hell.
$2,000, and the
That
parking
is-
was worse.
Oh
How much
my.
was the parking?
The parking was about $200. So we tried to.
And
to
you
skip the
parked.
parking.
You had to take an Uber as well. So to park, listen, let me just say this.
Yes.
They didn't park outside the stadium. They parked in a place where they had to take an Uber to get to the car.
Yeah, and the funny story is that when we were coming to the game, the Uber charged us about $25, and then when we were leaving the game, the price went to $125.
Wow, that's unbelievable,
Yeah.
bro. And do you know what's crazy?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Thank you, Infantino.
Wembley is like £1,200 pounds. I remember going to the Crystal Palace and Man United Wembley, and I remember it was an absolute fortune. It was like £600-700 each for a ticket. Like, but that's nowhere near towards what you're paying for World Cup, Luwani. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. That's actually
No,
out
and
of
they
order.
were smart because I think the Mara family owns the stadium. So I don't
Yeah.
know what deal they have with FIFA, but this stadium, they build it in an area where it's just surrounded by a highway and a swamp. So you can't really walk over there. So you either have to bring a car, you have to take the train, and the train ticket to get there are also $200. So if you take a car, you pay $200 for the parking. If you buy the train ticket, you pay $200. There's no way around it.
The train ticket usually it's like $30 or something like that,
Yeah,
or
$30.
$50.
It's all right.
It's crazy. So you got ripped off by the Epstein classmate, Infantino Epstein, mate. You got ripped off, mate.
I've never seen something like that. They tell you at the front that you don't bring in waters. I have a bottle of water and a bag of chips. They said now you have to throw it away. Everything you buy
Wow.
inside. It's crazy.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Yeah, facts, Jarvis.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable, bro.
the watering breaks. 4 quarters football games. It's a shambles. It's a big shambles. But you know, congrats you. You get to see a game. You know, it's once in a lifetime thing. You know how many years until next time it will be arranged in the States.
God
Who
knows, bro.
knows? So again, yeah, big up.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, but
Only the elite rich people can access football in America. Only the elite.
Yeah, but you
So
know,
then-
Infantino knows. I think he knows that's what they're selling. They're selling the experience. They're not really selling the product anymore. I don't think it's about the football anymore. I think it's just about the experience and the memories. They know what they have their hands on. Me, for example, I remember one of the main thing I remember when I was 7 years old is my dad took me to the stadium, and that's the one thing I remember. The one moment I share with him. So I try to just reproduce that with my son. So I guess
it's
a
good.
lot of people are trying to, do the same thing. And Infantino knows that. He knows. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Listen, yeah.
Good to
big
see
up.
your son as well. Getting
Yeah,
to go
good
as
to
well,
see him.
man. You know,
Yeah,
it's
good
great.
to see him, man. Good to see him. Big Chelsea fan. Big Chelsea fan, innit? But yeah, big up Luwadi. So we're just asking about a transfer strategy, and we're talking about Fernandez. For me, I'll move on straight away. He wants to go to Spurs. See you later. They're willing to pay 85 million. He's nowhere near worth 85 million. And if that makes me a Glazer INEOS, then I'm happy to be, because I don't think he's worth that. That's not. I don't care what the market says. I look at the player. He's only played one season in deep lying midfield for a team that's been relegated. You're not worth 85 million. Forget it. You are worth a 55 to 60 and maybe 5 add-ons at the most. And even that to me is super expensive.
Let's forget about all the noise that's going around on this transfer and every rumor that's coming out. My question for you on the panel is, would you move on because he doesn't want to come to us? Or would you move on because he's overpriced?
I'm moving on because he's overpriced. See you later.
Same for me.
How about you, Jarvis? Ben?
Let West Ham find a crackhead football club that's willing to pay 80 million plus. See you later. But
Jarvis,
listen, I also want to come to Alex Scott. You can ask the question, but Alex Scott, that's the guy we're moving to apparently. But go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to answer your question, Luani. I still believe we will get Fernandes. I think he's set on Man United. All the reports that came out now for, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks at least, said that he would prefer a move to Man United. So I think it will go as long, because right now Jorge Mendes is running this, with his I don't know, his agency, Be Engage or something. It's a name. And, he controls everything. He controls the Tchouaméni transfer. He controls Mourinho. He controls all the big signings this summer. And also, I think he's controlling the Matheus Fernandes deal. And, he's trying to build some traction. He's trying to build interest. He's trying to create panic. And
so why are we, Jarvis, then operating with an agent like that? Why don't we just go, right? We don't want
we have a good relationship with him. So again, and also we can't burn all bridges.
He manipulated us into having Ugarte so that we could sign him. Why are we doing those deals?
Yeah, it's a good question, but I also think we are in a place where we have to have a good relationship with him because he basically owns all the players. He's the new Raiola type of agent, super agent, and he controls all the big players. So again, for us to get any players in, I think we have to have a good relationship to him, and sometimes you just have to do our thing, to swallow our pride and do as he tells us to be on board. And I don't know why we do this. Maybe we should have had more spine and tell him to fuck off. That would have been the better thing. But again, I think Fernandes will come to us. I think it will come to a stage where Fernandes, even if West Ham accept a bid from Spurs, Fernandes will probably demand a contract they can't give him. And then he will go to United because we know they have agreed personal terms verbally, at least with him, according to the rumors, So again, I think he wants to come to Man United. So I'm not in panic mode when it comes to Matheus Fernandes, but we do know when it comes to Man United and negotiations, things takes time. The only transfer we have done quickly is the Cunha transfer last season because that was a set price. Rest of the transfers took weeks. I don't know if you all remember, all summer long, and Mbumo deal was done, but we couldn't negotiate the price with Brentford. Brentford weren't willing to cave. So again, it went on and on and on, but we all knew he was coming to us at the end.
Yeah,
and
because he publicly came out.
I think this is where we are going with Fernandes. He publicly have to come out, and say he wants Man United. So I think it will come to that stage, and then it will happen.
Apparently, Jarvis, this is the reports today and tonight. Is that Spurs accounts are saying that he's agreed personal terms. There's not a problem with personal terms with Spurs. They just got to sort out the transfer window. The transfer price.
Yeah, but what's the source? Is it Matheus Moreto again? The Spanish lackey of Romano. Those guys are just putting out a lot of guff in this transfer window. For
the
me,
Spurs rumors are legit, Jarvis. They are legit. There are too many people who know Spurs. rumors are legit. They are legit.
Okay.
They are legit.
When it comes to
they're not, because they're not the usual. They're not the usual ITKs, Jarvis. These are people who are, and Spurs are also interested in. On Simos reporting that they're also interested in Tonali.
Tonali and Somerville.
Yeah.
And Somerville.
When it comes to the issue with Matheus Fernandes, right? Let's go with the price tag. If the rumors are true and we're willing to pay 85 million for him, now I start panicking because I know the kind of owners we have. And I don't think that when a team that's in the business of building itself should be spending 85 million on a midfielder. I don't care if you're trying to build a spine, but you are overpaying for the position, essentially. You spend that kind of money when you're trying to top off the cake. Like when City needed a striker to go win the Champions League, they want to spend good money on Erling Haaland, and they won the league. When Arsenal need a midfielder to take their game to a different level, they want to spend money on Declan Rice. You have to achieve a certain level of consistency first before you can go spend that much money on a single player. We have a team right now.
Stop trolling, Jarvis. Leave it out, people. Go ahead.
Right now,
that's okay. That's okay.
We are in a rebuild right now, guys. So you don't want to bring that much pressure on a player. It's going to be a powerful situation.
I agree, and that's why I'm saying move on.
You know,
and that's what I agree with Luani.
Situation. So I think that there are more areas in the team that need to be addressed, and that money will be better spent to address the team, the issue we have as a whole, a different position rather than spending on a single player. And for Matheus Fernandes himself, as much as he's good and he's a potential, I don't think that this is the moment for us to spend that much money and bring him in. It's just going to be too much pressure for him.
Yeah, I totally agree. Big up to Gray. I'll just say this, people, we're not even 150 likes yet. The least you could do is like the video or shadow banned. This is where it be, because they want us to give up on our humanity and not have solidarity with people that are suffering the most. So we're never going to stop that. We're never going to stop talking about. By the way, big up to Khalees Ramadan Lassie. Breaking. This is a good news for Iran at least, because obviously they've had to come a couple of hours before their game, fly in, and they have to fly out. So the US eases restrictions on Iran's World Cup team, allowing the squad to travel 2 days before their next match. But they still have to go straight after the game. That is mad, bro. That is
just
mad.
awful, bro.
That is mad, people. Like the video, people. It costs you absolutely nothing to like the video.
I agree. I agree what you're saying, though, Luani. Like, you know, I think West Ham are taking the fucking piss. But I do agree. Like, you know, for example, if Man United went and got Alex Scott and say Sangare, you know, them two players would probably cost about. I mean, you could probably get Alex Scott for 50 or 60 million, maybe 60 to be on the, you know, since Bournemouth have qualified for Europe. But Sangare will probably cost about 40 million, like 45. So, like, say that's 100 million. Like, you know, you've got other, like, positions to fill up as well, like the fullbacks and also the centre backs and also the left wing. So, like, I like what you've just said there, man. You know, it's good, bro. But I you know, the fact that we've like you said, Jarvis, as well, like we've made a mistake before with Brentford. You know, obviously, like we kept negotiating for so many weeks, and it was just a complete waste of time.
I think it was 7 or 8 weeks.
Yeah, and we
we
could have easily bought another midfielder or you know, whatever Amram wanted at that time. Like, it's just a joke, bro. We can't be going on that road again, bro. We can't be just, you know, we just gotta be smart and just move on, bro. You know, sometimes. So go ahead.
No. I just wanted to explain to people why I believe West Ham will even sell Man United can underpay, because it's mainly because of West Ham are under financial restraints, and they are going down to the championship, and they will lose about £100 million. They have outstanding payment commitments on earlier transfers for about £200 million. And they in the last financial quarter they lost I believe it was 100 million. They are 100 million in minus right now.
They need to make 120, 150 million.
Yeah, so the reports say they need to make around 100 to 150 million. And they can't go in to next season with all the expenses they have. They need a cash injection by selling a player. So again, if Fernandes is not going to Spurs, he's not going to Real Madrid, is refusing because he wants to come to United. Obviously, West Ham have to cave at the end to get the money because they need money. They need a cash injection, unless they will sell a lot of players. And the new chairman, I think it's Krechny or what's his name, said he was focusing on trying to keep the remainder of the squad in the championship. So he was just looking at selling 1 or 2 players. So maybe Somerville and Fernandes, just to make a swoop and then be financially secure. So yes,
some
it can
people
happen.
are saying also Bowen that they might have to sell Bowen. They might not have no choice but to sell Bowen as well.
I think Bowen is loyal. I think he will even take
but what they're saying that they're not going to be able to. But the money for Somerville, the money for Fernandes, they're not going to be able to make the 150 million. So they might even have to let Bowen go. That's what some people are saying.
Yeah, and also, they have been linked with players that are on their way out, Wan-Bissaka and, as you mentioned, Bowen. So again, they could...
Wan-Bissaka linked to Everton, by the way.
Everton, yeah.
So if what you're saying is verified, and then West Ham need that much money, that means it's not necessarily good news for us. That means they're going to overprice these players in order to recoup the money that they need, right? Mm-hmm. So they will sell to the highest bidder.
But they can only play their game for so long until they have to sell because they need the money in. They can't go into next season without a cash injection. I think this is that's their reality. You have £100 million less to spend next season, and you still have the same expenses. What are you going to do?
But when you look at West Ham right now, their most valuable commodity is Fernandes, obviously. Mm-hmm. So they are not going to price him like for a sell. This is not a fire sale for them. I think they will be patient, and this is not necessarily in our favor. The best we can do is act like we are not interested. Try to go for Alex Scott, or at least show some genuine interest in Alex Scott, and see if that can balance things when it comes to Fernandes. But if we act desperate and we go in full for him, it's going to be the highest bidder.
Unless Fernandes refused them and just want to come to Man United. The same story as with Mbeumo last season. So again, who knows what will happen. But I would suspect, if you look at the players we have been linked to, that we are going for this plan, as I mentioned in the beginning, going with players who actually wants to come to Man United. The track record is clear with Mbeumo, with Cunha, with Sesko, even with Lamens. This is how they operate. I think that's the business plan.
Jarvis, but you can't operate that. Jarvis, we had Fergie, who was one of the best, who had so many league trophies in the cabinet, and he had to still go and persuade players to come to Manchester United. He still had to go and persuade and charm the players and go, listen, this is what I've got. This is the plans that I have. You're going to play in this position. That's how we're going to go forward. We're going to compete. He still had to do that. Roy Keane was going to go to Blackburn. Kenny Dalglish went away for the weekend. Fergie got there, bam, come to Manchester United. So it can't be. Not every player is a Manchester United fan. You have to persuade them. To me, that's what the biggest thing is. Because INEOS know they're insecure about what they are as an organization, as a football club. Manchester United are bouncing, are keeping a guy who they stumbled up on, because the guy that they sacked, he came in as an interim when they had 1 game a week and when they qualified for the Champions League, and they gave him a job. So there's zero planning about what type of coach, how we want to play, all of these things. So they haven't got any strategy. They just go, the name Manchester United, you want to come to Manchester United.
Yeah. Well, obviously, it's a simplification of the realities. It's not straightforward. Are you a Man United fan? Then you can come to us. It's not like that. But basically, I think they want players who's motivated to come to the club, who wants to achieve something, who has ambitions, who wants to play for a big club.
You have to present them with a plan of a football plan and say, look, this is what we see you as. We see you playing in this position. We see you doing this. This is what we're going for. This is the plan to develop the team, to build the team, to go and challenge for the big trophies. You can't just go, oh, only if you want to come to us. Like, nah, mate. No, you need to persuade players.
Yeah, as I said, it's very simplified, but this is basically the strategy I believe they are going for. Players who wants to come to the club.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think we have so many other issues.
Roy Keane was on his way to Blackburn, and Fergie persuaded him. You can't just be like, if you want to, no, you have to be persuasive.
No, obviously you have to persuade them, but I think we do a much better job persuading players right now, and it's not about money. It's about the project, about the ambitions, about playing for a big club, trying to be historical, being the ones on the team that took United back to the top. Not that I think they will succeed, but this is just how I see the plan. I'm trying to analyze football and the transfer window. That's what I do. It's not always my opinion.
Listen, it's what you see and what the club are briefing as well.
Yeah,
that's what they're briefing.
If we go into next season with a callback line of Harry Maguire, Licha, and Delete, I think we have more issues to worry about. Like 2 out of 3 of those center back are injury prone. Everybody is north of 28 years old, I believe. And Lenny Euro and Eden Haven are not ready. So we still have to address our back line. Our striker, Sesko, I don't know if he's ready for 90 minutes of Premier League neither. So we might need a second striker. We know Mbomo is a makeshift striker. So we have so many other areas in the team that we need to address. I don't see us spending 85 million on a midfielder.
No, the reports are out. We will never spend that money. It's been reported many times. We will not. So and all the big ones have said it, Romano and all that. So that's out of the question. But I think we have a plan of trying to get him underpriced. But only time will tell. And also, I have to say, if Fernandez choose to go to Spurs, it tells me he's not a Man United player anyway. Because what's your ambitions going to Spurs? A trophy-less club, or at least they have been for the last 50 years, except winning the occasional FA Cup and the Europa League, beating the worst Man United team in 15 years. So again, I can't. I think we have dodged a bullet if Fernandez goes to another club, because
and
we have no ambitions.
We agree, because he's not worth 85 million, and if he thinks he's worth 85 million, then he needs to lay off the pipe. I will worry about his recreational, what he does when his football is not. And the reports, Jarvis, are reporting that they're willing to give him the big wages, more wages than Manchester United, and they're willing to meet close to what West Ham value him. That's what's been reported.
Yeah.
We can just hate. We can just be mad at a player if he boycott us because he doesn't believe in the project. We don't believe in our own project. So, if Fernandez does go to Tottenham, it could just be the De Zerbi effect. Because sometimes signing one manager can signal a whole change of direction in the club, no matter how we see the club.
Yes, facts. And you were spot on there. That's a really good point, Luani. Nerdin was speaking about it there last night, or the other day, that Fergie used to persuade players that were about to go to other clubs, and he said, "Look, I want you to come to Man United. This is what I can offer you. I've won Premier Leagues, I've won Champions Leagues. I can offer you all this." And Roy Keane came to us, and it's just sad that we don't.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the perfect example.
100%.
We played against him in a pre-season game. Yep. Liverpool were there. Liverpool almost agreed personal terms, and Arsenal was also already sniffing around him as well. Arsene Wenger got, I think, the agent or somebody at the club saying, "Yes, Ronaldo will come to you." Fergie got in there, was like, "Listen, son, you're coming with us." He went to the guy who's at Spartan and said, "I'm not leaving without this kid." And because the players were like, "Listen, we need to get this kid now." So this is what I'm saying to you. This is the way that you persuade players. The idea, players who only want to come to us, I'm like, well, you don't trust in your own strategy. So you're saying only players
Yeah.
have to come out and go, I only want to go to this football club. Manchester United have been in failure for 14 years.
Yeah.
We've been in failure for 14 years. For me, the biggest thing, Jarvis, I wouldn't even mind if I believed in the project, what you were talking about and what's been reported. I would just be getting rid of the deadwood. I'd be like, right, get rid of the deadwood. Go in January. Get rid of the deadwood this summer. Clear out more wages. Clear out more wages. Get rid of Mason Mount. Get rid of Harry Maguire. Get rid of Luke Shaw. That's what I would be doing. If you had a plan and strategy, you will not be keeping deadwood.
No.
And I don't see that though. I don't.
It's difficult. It's difficult for them, like, because I can see why Wilcox and Brad and Vivell are having a bit of a nightmare right now with negotiating with players, because INEOS has a bad reputation right now, because obviously with Sir Jim Ratcliffe's racist comments. So like, if any of them are going to actually negotiate with these players, or like, why would I want to join you when my boss is like, he was literally, he was racist to the whole world. The whole world seen what his comments was, and it can be hard for Barada and Wilcox and that. Like, but when it comes, I just want to bring up what Lawani said about Sesko and that. I think that the one position where I can cope with another season is the striker. I actually don't mind if we don't get a striker this season, even though I really do want a striker. But I know where my club's at. Obviously, one of my, like, I think the perfect striker for Sesko right now for an experience is Jarvis's Norwegian striker, not Haaland, Sorloth. I love Sorloth. Honestly, I've watched him for so many years, man, and I just think him and Sesko have like similar qualities, and I just think he'd be suitable for the Premier League as well. But look, that's never going to happen, obviously, because we know who INEOS are. We know who they are.
He's on his way to Juventus also, so I think it's almost a done. It's almost a done deal. Yeah, he's on his way to Juventus. Yeah,
good signing, bro, and they needed him as well. But I think the most important thing is we can't be wasting our time. Like, obviously the season starts in literally less than 2 months, so we need to be very like. I don't think it's time, like you said, Jarvis. It's not the time to panic, but we need to like be a wee bit quicker, like, play it smart. Like, obviously, Fernanders, we've been scouting him for so many weeks now. I think West Ham have literally said, look, it's 80 million or nothing. Let's move on. There's Sangare, there's Tonali still out there. We don't know what, obviously, the story with Tonali. There's Tchouaméni. We haven't really explored much with Tchouaméni at the moment, because obviously Jose's just came in. Then you've got Sangare, Alex Scott, Baleba as well, there's Baleba as well, and
Sander Berge rumors, they won't go away. And I did some digging. Fulham is actually going after the Celtic midfielder. What's his name? Yeah. So they have been linked to a player in Sander Berge's role. So also they have been linked to Palinha. He's gone back to from Spurs to Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich wants to offload him. So again, maybe they are bringing two players in Sander Berge's position. So I wouldn't be surprised if he changes clubs this summer. So he would probably be available too. So a lot of things happens.
I just think they've made things harder for themselves now. Even though when they came in, it was all fresh start for INEOS, but I think they've all made it very difficult for themselves because of what Sir Jim Ratcliffe said. Like, because when you join any club, you're looking at obviously what the sporting directors and stuff, like you're sitting down with them, but they're discussing the plan, the project, but you're also saying, right, I want to meet my boss. I want to meet my boss, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe is their boss. And like, if they've seen, obviously everyone knows what he said. Like, it's just, it can really put players and say, look, I love Man United, but I don't want to join a racist club at the moment. Like, it's kind of awful, like, to say that too. Like, but it's just where it is what it is. So that's why I actually, to some degree, even though I don't like them, like, in terms of Wilcox and that, but I actually do sometimes feel for Wilcox and Barada and Vivell. Even I'm not an INEOS supporter, people, but I do feel for them because Sir Jim Ratcliffe has literally put them in this situation right now, and we just can't do anything about it. It is what it is. It's out there.
I think
and by the way, INEOS is the guy.
Yeah, Sanderberg was really good. Sorry, go ahead.
I think when the player rolls up here at United because of vibes only, they are dumb. I'm not saying Cunha is dumb, but I'm not saying Cunha is dumb, but oh my lord, the thing is that these players, there's a lot that goes into them making the decision to join a club, especially these new generation players. They have their accountant, they have their lawyers, and they probably, before making such a big move, they will ask for some investigative work from people that they pay to advise them. And I'm thinking maybe sometimes their decision is either based on their brand, if they want to further it, is either based on their development or maybe based on money. But at the end of the day, when a player decides not to come, you look at a project like ours. Imagine being a player that's on an up and up, and you sit down with your advisor, your lawyers, your accountant. They're telling you that these United owners are cooking the books. Don't go there. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're going to decide against that? So, we need to give this player. We can't just go after them because they don't want to come to us. We need to get our own house in order first, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, I'm off, guys. By the way, I've an early start
big
tomorrow.
up.
Big up, Nerd, and big up, Jarvis. Big up,
up.
the
Yeah,
money.
big up, man. Big up.
We're not going to be
Been a while,
staying
Jarvis.
too long. But yeah, Jarvis, listen, we've talked Manchester United to death. Let's talk about the England game. And first of all, Norway. How are you feeling about Norway? Obviously, your team. The Norway must be going crazy. Tell us about the atmosphere in Norway. 2 out of 2 wins. Not been in the World Cup for 20-something years.
28 years. 28. Last World Cup for Norway was in 1998. We went through the group stages. We beat Brazil, and then we came to the last 16, and the last 8, and we lost against Italy 1-0. So that was that. That was the last time Norway qualified for a World Cup. Yeah. We had a good team. You have Thorian Brayflow, Solskjaer. We all know him. So we had a lot of good strikers back in the days. So yeah,
it was strikers the game.
Yeah. Right now we have a strong team, but for me, I haven't seen the best from this Norway team yet. We have maybe one comfortable. I think Haaland, he carries this team on his shoulder. He's a man on a mission right now, and he has something to prove for everybody that he's one of the best strikers in the world. You almost feel like it's a competition between him and Mbappe and Messi, and even Ronaldo today scoring a couple of goals. Harry Kane, all the best strikers are out there, and proving themselves. And also another guy, that Ben talked about, the striker we haven't been linked to, and that's the US striker Balogun, Monaco striker. I think is quite good. For me, I would happily sign him. I like him as a profile. Yeah. So
and Monaco banged in goals for Monaco in the Champions League. I saw it.
Yeah. So again, but Norway plays okay football. I think we haven't shined.
Sanderberg was really good last night.
But we struggle in the midfield constellation because a lot of other players doesn't quite understand how to play. The thing is right now, Haaland is such a threat that the opposition team, Senegal yesterday, always leave 2 men on Haaland. So we always one up at the rest of the field. So we have more space, but the players don't have the courage to play the ball. Sometimes you have to play the ball forward, play it back into the midfield and all of this, but we don't do it. We go directly and start trying to turn and run at them. And for me, I would like to see more possessional play for us to be more secure, because I feel right now we are a little bit like Man United. Sometimes we sit back, we absorb, and our strength is Odegaard taking down the ball, and we have a lot of runners with Haaland being the guy who's finishing. Yeah,
he scored 2 goals like that, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or 1 goal last night like that.
Yeah, I think 2 goals.
Listen, big up to Blank Mason Mount, out dead low key passion merchant. He's not even a passion merchant for me. He's not even.
I won't sell Norway short at all. Your country.
No. Don't get me wrong. I'm not selling them short. We are a very good team, but I want us to.
Yeah, but when it's your country, you're more critical because you see things, the player, so he knows more than us. But for me, the goal threat is there. And in this World Cup, it's about goals. Can you score goals? And you are full of goals. So, yeah, it's going to be scored 3. You scored 4 last time. So,
But you know, in yesterday's game, we subbed off Fredrik Oshnes, the guy who plays at Benfica, and we brought on Patrick Berg, the Body Glint midfielder. And when he came on in the 4-3-3 on the left-hand side in the midfield, we were a completely different team because he got the best out of Sander Berge because he dropped down a lot and received the ball and could break the lines with his passing. So Sander Berge could be a little bit higher. And actually, yesterday's game told me a little bit more about Sander Berge that I didn't know. I think actually he will operate better as a number 8 than a number 6. Because the number 6 thing, he can do it, but it limits his game sometimes. So again, you know,
I thought Odegaard was fantastic yesterday.
Yes, he was.
Yes,
he was.
He ran the game. He ran the game.
I think the Norway team is a solid European core team with quality to hurt you in places. I don't have any issue with them playing without the ball because they move it so well from back to front really quick that they can catch you. And with a striker like Haaland, as much as they're creating chance for him, he's going to score. So if you underestimate them, I think they will grow into the competition.
2 goals. 22 touches, 2 goals. Imagine if they gave the ball to him more. And Nusa, that's the big thing. Nusa came up against a good right back, though, it must be said. He got shut down, completely got shut down. They got physical with him. They pressed on him. They didn't let him have one-on-one.
Yeah, but again,
Senegal are quite a good team, but they're just horrendous. They were, to me, the 2 most experienced people cost them the game. Koulibaly and Mendy, the two of the most experienced. And that's why when people tell me about Harry Maguire's experience, shit experience. Koulibaly should be captaining from the side. He should not be in his team. He's cost them the goals. But listen, I want to come up to England.
Yeah.
I thought a masterclass from Carlos Queiroz. Kept that short distances between the midfielders, 4-5-1. Really stifled them. Got really physical. England, I think, got physically bullied. I really think England got physically bullied. And the big thing is that England didn't move the ball quick enough. When you're playing against such a low block like that, you have to have, and you can't have two midfielders who are next to each other in midfield. One of them has got to go and help. To me, I would have took up Anderson and brought on Watkins and had like 2 strikers. Harry Kane drops in one guy who's going to be, then you need to create more space. If they've got two strikers to face, you have to create more space. And I thought William, what's his name? James, the crossing was crap from England tonight. Really crap. But Ghana, we have to give credit. They were superb. They were absolutely superb. They knew exactly what to do. Physically, if you got past them, and they physically bullied England. Honestly, I don't know what you thought, Lobani.
Yeah, I think for games like that, I mean, the whole thing was on a, you can hear a pin drop, but I don't like those kind of games because it was almost similar, reminiscent to me when I watched the French-Senegal game. Remember that day I said that Senegal give way too much respect to France. It's the same thing when I was watching the Ghana game. I think Ghana have the pace to hurt England on the break, but they were giving them too much respect by dropping back. Those kind of game, yes, you give them credit for defending. But if that City player connect that header today, that one on the post, or Harry Kane didn't sky the volley that ensued, we're here seeing that Ghana defend valiantly, but they still lose 1-0. So what I want to see from our teams is to try to be a little bit more adventurous. Everybody come to the World Cup this is not a tactical battle. You come here to play football. You come here to play with heart and with passion, and to entertain the world. So far, I think you go to their last day. Hopefully, they can get out of the group. But I think we can do better. The Ghana that I saw, I think it was in South Africa. The one Suarez kind of.
They were the better team. They were the best team.
Yeah, that team was incredible. So far in the competition, the only team I'm impressed with is Japan so far.
Ivory Coast, I was impressed, but they couldn't eat their dinner. But going back to England, I think England came up against a very staunch 5-4-1, very structured, no gaps in between, and they didn't move the ball quick enough. To me, Tuchel is partly to blame because he didn't move the ball quick enough. They needed to move that ball quicker from side to side, and the fullbacks needed to get in for a width, cutting those balls across, and England players running into the box, overloading the box. They didn't do that. And when they did that, they looked dangerous, but they didn't do it enough. They didn't do it enough. They, to me, it's like, honestly, England reminded me of Manchester United. Huff and puff FC. Huff and puff, have possession all day, but not enough quick movement. You need quick movements, and the biggest thing, Jav, is that the ball needs to go from side to side, rotated quickly. You need to hit the winger one-on-one and get that ball in the box, but they didn't do it enough. They didn't do it enough. I mean, Nico Riley hit the bar towards the end. Kane missed. Apparently, there's a juju doctor in Ghana. I was like, I'm gonna keep Kane quiet.
But no, you have those games
Looks
like
he's
that.
done his job.
You have games like that. You have games like that in which
100%. Yeah, you do.
You will not. You can't do anything. Even if it
no. But they could have moved the ball quicker. I'm sorry, Lawani. I disagree with you. They should have. They could have moved the ball quicker. They didn't. They actually moved the ball quicker in the first half a bit more. In the second half, they were just. It was like a concert and gay. Moved it. They needed somebody to go in there, drop in, and move the ball quicker. And I think maybe even Kobe Mainoo could have done something for them. I actually think. Because he's more of a quick baller, making the ball ticking quickly. You know what I mean, Jarvis? Do you understand?
I know what you mean. And also, for me, I totally agree with what you're saying. The Tuchel ball is almost like looking at Southgate 2.0. England now, they are too worried. They don't have the courage, to break them down. You have to have ball tempo. Shifting from one side to the other is okay, but you have to do it with pace. You have to do it quicker, ball tempo, and also you have to open up the midfield more. You have to be willing to open up the midfield, not being structurally balanced all the time. To break down a low block, come with deep diagonal runs from the midfield. The number 6, the number 8s, be the extra man, be available all the time. But England, they didn't take take any chances. And also, when you look at it, at the comparison with Man United, the risk and creative creation, it's almost like we rely on individual brilliance, a little bit similar to Man United with this England team. So I'm not impressed by England, but I know it's a long tournament, and when you come into the knockout stages, playing pragmatic football can bring you somewhere. So I wouldn't be surprised if England goes deep, semi-final, final with this team. It's not like they lack quality. It's just that the Tuchel ball right now are not making the players afraid. Tuchel is installing like a weak mentality, all these superstars, and make them do basic things, and they are afraid to create. So again, I expect more from this England team personally, but they still can go deep, but they have to have a little bit of luck on their side also.
Yes, that's the word you brought up, luck. Because when you have a game like this, I'm sorry, but I don't think there's much they can do, because the Ghanaian players are very quick across the ground. What can you do? You want to move the ball quicker. You have these guys have 10 men behind the ball. The passing lane do not exist. Like Nuruddin said, maybe you can compress the wing and then cross the ball. But the Ghanaians were dealing with every single cross England was putting in. So the only option left, bring in a creative player that will carry the ball. But every time I see Declan Rice try to carry the ball, you have like not one, not two Ghanaian players, but they are like 3 Ghanaian players surrounding them. It's just you have to give credit sometimes to the team that defend. Ghana had the physicality to defend the way they did, and they got a result. This game was always going to come down to one opportunity, and that opportunity came when Nicky O'Reilly hit the bar and
Harry
Kane skied it. Because I watched the same game against Spain and Capo Verde. Spain did everything, but nope, the ball just did
But they
not
didn't move the ball quick enough. But listen, in that game, I'm sorry, Luana, this is a big difference. That Spain worked the goalkeeper. Their goalkeeper was man of the match, Cape Verde, because he made 9 saves. So he made a lot of saves. England didn't. That's the point I'm trying to make. Where we nearly disagree is that I don't think it was just bad luck. It was bad coaching. They didn't move the ball quick enough. The ball should have been moved quicker than that. The ball needed to move one touch. Did the Konsa and Gay taking 4 or 5 touches? No. Move the ball. You know what you do. You unsettle a back 5 and a 4 in front of them by moving the ball. You do switches. You hit switches very quickly. The diags very quickly. That's what you do. You try to isolate. And for me, they didn't need Rice and in a game like this. Soon as you know that's what they're setting out, you don't need Rice and Henderson in this game and Anderson. You're not playing France. You don't need both of them. You needed another forward to give more room to Bellingham, to Harry Kane. That's what you needed. That's what you needed. And I said it again and again. It's starting that guy, Gordon. There's no space for him to run into. Gordon is a runner. He's a runner. There is nothing to run. He can't run into anything. He's not a dribbler. He's not a guy who's going to see. Rashford is more of a dribbler than Gordon. Am I right, Jarvis?
100%.
You know when you say
a dribbler.
You know when you say bad.
A bit more. Rashford is more of a goal threat than.
You know when you say bad coaching. I disagree with you. No, you need to leave Tuchel alone. Tuchel is a Champions League winning coach. There's nothing in Tuchel's tactic that can give creativity to the England team. They don't have creativity.
No,
Madueke is not Olise. Okay.
No, I understand that, but move the ball quicker. Move the ball quicker and try to isolate the fullbacks. Listen, Luana, you played football before. If you got a back 5 like this, right? What you got to do is you need to stretch them like that. You need to stretch the back 5 like that. The more you start, then you got holes where you can get in there. But
I agree with that concept.
If the back 2 centre halves are doing this, look, they're doing this. You have the ball. I have the ball. I take 3 touches. I turn this way. No, they're going to be more set and they're going to judge the distances. That's what's going to happen.
I agree with that, Nuruddin.
They don't move the ball
my
quick enough.
issue is, you see why you said there will be holes, right? I agree, right? The only issue, you need midfielder that can pass between the line. Declan Rice cannot pass between the line.
Well, so why have you got Kobe Mainoo on the pitch? Kobe Mainoo.
I agree with you.
I'm saying to you, it was tactical and personnel. That's what it was.
Yeah, no, but also, Nuruddin, you have to be willing to sacrifice some runners. You have to be willing to have people running deep diagonal runs because, you know, as deep as Ghana sat, when you sit in the last third and play a low block, as they did, okay, it's a low block, but the deeper you come, you go away from the principle of zonal marking. You have to be man marking, at least inside the box. So then you can actually stretch out teams. You can make deep runs, make people follow you. You can create overloads in certain areas and all of this. So again, you know, if you have a little bit of more movement, you can stretch out and create spaces.
The England players were like statues. The England players were like statues.
We can say that. We saw that with France yesterday, right? When Olise, the France was stressing the same thing, and then Olise have a chim, he passed the ball to Mbappe, bang. Maybe that's just the difference. England doesn't have Mbappe.
No, England have Mbappe, but the ball to the forwards wasn't quick enough. I'm sorry, it wasn't. It wasn't quick enough. You're not giving your forwards an opportunity because the ball is too slow. The ball movement was too slow. The rotations and the diags were too slow, too predictable.
Yeah. But don't forget, you know, it was actually in both teams' favor to get a draw because now they're both on 4 points and are basically through to the
Yeah.
next stage. So
No, but
again,
England tried
and
to win the
maybe
game.
Tuchel
England
just
tried to
counts
win
on
the game.
beating Panama in the last game, and he counted on maybe getting a draw for this game. 1 point was good enough for England, and yeah, maybe it's just
I'm just watching Panama on the corner of my eye, and they should be ahead. They've had the better chances by an absolute mile against
Croatia.
Croatia. Yeah, Croatia's at times holding on for dear life. And if the Panama had a bit more quality in the final third, this game would be done out here.
Yeah.
I'm just tired of team coming to a World Cup and trying not to lose a game. I know nobody wants to get embarrassed or get their nation embarrassed, but I've enjoyed watching Cape Verde. I've enjoyed watching Japan. I've enjoyed watching some small nation that actually.
Norway. I've enjoyed.
Yeah.
What's the population of Norway, Jarvis?
5 million. 5.
Look at that. 5 million, and they're through. They won 2 games.
Half
I think
of
they're the
London.
only one of the teams out of Argentina that have got 6 points out of 6. 7 goals on the board.
Yeah. We will see. But interesting. But maybe we haven't seen the best of England yet. But again, a lot of these tournament teams
played
go
really well against Croatia.
doesn't start well. A lot of teams. Spain, when they won the first championship, they lost the first game against Switzerland. Didn't Argentina lose in the first game in the last World Cup against Saudi in Qatar? So again, it's as long as they go through, I think you will see a different England team against better teams, and maybe even coming in third will be better for England in this crucial team.
Those games are going to be different because England will have more space. England players will have more space to go at other teams, because here it was just a Carlos Queiroz special.
Yeah,
it was a Carlos Queiroz special. But I still think the quality of Ghana is not there. This is one of the worst Ghana teams I've ever seen in a World Cup. The quality is not there. It is absolutely not there. And England made Ghana look good. That's the truth. Because they didn't move the ball quick enough. For me, low blocks, it's simple. It's simple in the sense that move the ball quickly, you will get joy. You will test the keeper. Now, Luani, it could be true that you come up against the Cape Verde keeper, right? So England could have moved the ball quickly, but if the Ghanaian goalkeeper was on fire, then it's just one of those days. But they didn't. They didn't move the ball quick enough. And the times where they did, they got into dangerous situations, but they didn't do that enough. And I blame that on personnel and the coaching.
Okay. Fair.
What's your take on the Pickford foul?
Was it a foul?
No, for me, it looked like they both crashed because none of them took the ball. So again, I don't know how they interpret, how they see.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit harsh. Definitely, it was a bit harsh. I thought it was a bit harsh that the Ghanaian guy didn't get the ball. Do you know what I mean?
And Pickford, yeah. But also Semenyo, he saved England. They had an open goal, or at least the goalkeeper wasn't in the goal. And
yeah. I mean, Consa here, that's a foul, that's a penalty. Really, let's be real. They should have had a penalty there. Consa absolutely takes the guy out. It's crazy.
So after this round of games, right, which team impressed you the most? Which team do
Argentina. Argentina for me. And Norway. Argentina and Norway look like the best, the most free-flowing. Messi is just Messi and Messi magic. 5 goals already, 2 games. You can't make that up.
And I would say the Dutch team looked really good against Sweden.
That team is good. I think they have the most balanced.
I was absolutely shocked by that result. I didn't watch that game. I had to help out a friend. I was hosting an event, so I didn't see that.
If you go by chances created and all of this, it was almost an even game. I think the Dutch team had like 9 shots on target, and Sweden had 8.
5 of them winning. 5 to hit. 5 of them winning.
So they were very clinical.
I think with a midfield like Gravenberg, De Jong, and Reinders, they probably have the most balanced midfield in the in the competition. You know?
And they have the young guy from Asset Alkmaar, Schmidt. His name is. Very
Listen,
good player.
we
He's
send
young.
out love, man.
Yeah.
We send out love. I know how it is to lose my mother, so we send love to Didier Deschamps. Now listen, by the way, we got a heat wave in the UK, sending love to everybody in the UK, by the way. People, we're not even 150 likes. I don't know what we're doing out here. But yeah, Panama, Croatia, game could have been there, but yeah, big up people. Please do smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You've had two different...
What do you think about the Moroccan kid? I forgot his name.
Boadi.
Bro, that kid is good.
One thing I will say to you, Luani, is that I never get excited and giddy about a player playing in a World Cup. The World Cup, the pace of it is like playing in Serie A. It's that slow. I've never... Do you remember we bought Pobowski, Jemba? We bought, who else? Cleverton. How did they turn out? I don't buy the hype of a World Cup. Now, if Manchester United have scouted this kid, have looked at him for his, Lille, and looked at him throughout the season, how he's played. Was it Lille? Did he play for Lille? Yeah, I think maybe it's for Lille. Right? So if they looked at him and then looked at him in a domestic league season and seen that he got 7 out of 10 in most games, then no problem. Then no problem. Absolutely no problem.
But he has the right mechanics for the position, though. He starts.
No, I agree. I'm actually being really disappointed with Morocco. They don't score enough goals for me. And in this World Cup, you need to be able to score goals to win. They don't have enough goals. But it's going to be very interesting. He's got incredible potential. He's 18 years old. Manchester United, a club that if Boadi was your son, Luani, would you advise to go to Manchester United to develop?
Hell no.
Jarvis, would you send your son, 18-year-old son who's super talented, to Manchester United to develop?
I only seen one game, and he was brilliant that first game, Boadi. So I agree with you, Nerdin. We can't put too much into it. It's a World Cup game, and the tempo is slower, so maybe it suits his game. But it's very continental in the way he plays football. He's very on the ball. He takes it with him. He's not afraid to take on his man, and he's very tidy in the way he plays. So I like him as a player, but again, not.
I don't go by World Cup form for me. Never buy a player of a competition, a World Cup or a Euros or Latin or a Copa America or the African nations. I will not buy players because of those things. I don't.
He's too similar.
Listen, I only judge players on domestic football because domestic football is intense, it's rigorous, and it tells you a lot more about the kind of toughness of a footballer than a World Cup. Anybody can go on look. Diouf for Senegal was fantastic for Senegal in the World Cup. He got him moves. Was he consistent? No.
No.
Yeah. So to me, World Cup hype, I never buy into World Cup hype. Look at James Rodriguez, had the best World Cup in 2014. Gets the bye to Real Madrid, ends up in Everton.
Yeah.
Plus, he's too similar in
some people will say it was
the
injuries. Some people will say it was the injuries that did him. You might have a point. But I'm just saying. Do you tell me the last great, consistent player that came to the Premier League of a World Cup or the Euros performance? Do you remember one?
No.
I think the only player that I remember that actually went to have an amazing... Yeah, I mean, did Manchester United have players to play with him? No, they didn't. They bought him because he was bought because of Adidas, not because how he wants to play and the football Manchester United wanted to play. He was bought because of Adidas, and his agent got 40 million in fees. So that is ridiculous thing because the money from Adidas was more important. The last guy I remember was when we bought Pobowski, Juventus bought Nedved. He's the only player that I remember, Nedved. Juventus, he was successful. He was unbelievable.
Pavel Nedved, yeah.
Yeah, Pavel Nedved. That's the only player that I remember because we bought Pobowski Popovsky. And I kept saying, even in that tournament, I was like, we bought the wrong guy. Buy Nedved, not Popovsky. I swear to God. Even then, Jarvis, I knew, I was like, no, Nedved is the better player. Buy Nedved. He's got more attributes than Popovsky. Because Popovsky scored one fluky goal. We got giddy and excited.
Yeah, he had that chip or lob or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Yeah, I remember. But by the way, that was the same summer we bought Ollie and Ronnie Johnson.
And they were by far better signings. So Ronnie Johnson, for me, is one of the most underrated Manchester United centre-half ever. I remember going to the game and him and Stam and how quick they were the quickest centre-halves in my lifetime that I've seen at Manchester United. The acceleration of Ronnie Johnson, he was lightning.
Yeah, and he was very clever in the way he read the game also. So again,
but the injuries, Jarvis, it was just the injuries that killed him.
Yeah.
But he was amazing. Even Hannenberg was good for United. We had good Norwegian defenders. You're not producing them anymore.
No. Well, I would say Ayer was actually quite good against Senegal, the Brentford guy, because Senegal always played in behind because they have Nicholas Jackson. He runs in behind in every attack. He never drops deep to meet the ball, so it was quite predictable for the Norwegian centre backs. They only had to drop down to take out the space. So again, there was very little creativity in the Senegal team, and quite honestly, they disappointed me a little bit. I expected more from Senegal, although it was an even game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Shakarian, are you in Cambodia? Are you in Cambodia right now? You're on a college trip. Let us know. He's saying Nedved said that his biggest regret was not signing for United.
Yeah, I think the issue with Senegal is the same issue that Portugal is facing. Their core is pretty old, and they are hesitating in paying them, just ushering them out and paying them homage. If you have Koulibaly and Idris Gana Gueye and Sadio, that as the core of your team, I think they have to start phasing them out and bringing the young ones in. The same thing happening in Portugal too. Is the same thing. So.
Guys, can we even get to 150 likes on the video or what? We can't do it. No problem. Not gonna ask you again, but it's all good. Yeah.
How many likes are we on?
We're on 120. We had 400 people in here consistently for about 40 minutes. We couldn't even get 200 likes.
Yeah, come on, guys, smash the like. Have a like spike. We work hard. We work for free. None of us is making any money doing YouTube. It's mostly charity for you guys, and it's good to meet friends and chat. So if you want to be a part of the community, do us a favor, smash the like. So important. You agree, Luani?
I agree.
Don't mind me.
Oh. The missus.
She said she's not here.
No problem. Sending love, Queen. Sending love to her.
I'm holding it invisible.
Sending love to her. Sending love.
She say hi.
Yeah, big up to Shakaria, man. Safe flight to Cambodia. Have a safe flight. That's amazing. You're going to Cambodia. That's an amazing part of the world.
Cambodia.
You need to watch if you can. If you got internet on the plane, watch. What's his name? That chef. Oh my God, that chef. And something Bourdain.
Yes.
Something Bourdain. Yeah, you should watch him. His surname is
Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, Anthony Bourdain. Watch that if you can find it on YouTube. When you're traveling to the airport, watch Anthony Bourdain. The types of food they had in Cambodia. It was an amazing.
Oh, Anthony Bourdain. I thought he
traveled all around the world. I think he was taking out, me personally.
Oh, okay.
I remember he unalived himself in France, apparently.
I watched an episode in which he went to Iran, and he was fantastic.
He went to Iran, he went to Palestine, he went to everywhere, man. He went to Cambodia, he went everywhere, man. I think he was taken out because he was getting so popular. But that's just me personally. It can't be a conspiracy theory. But yeah, Anthony Bourdain's travel to Cambodia. Check it out. Check it out. But yeah, people, listen, we're going to leave it there. There's nothing for us to add. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm happy to move on. I'm happy to go with Alex Scott. Sangara. I thought we would be linked with Sangara more because he came from the Leipzig way. And you think the Ball has got more intel on him. Maybe they don't fancy him. Maybe that's what it is. But I think he's incredible. 100% recoveries. Are you taking the piss? His stats are off the chart. And like I said, France is the closest thing to English game, me personally. Yeah, that's what they said, bro. That's what they said, but I don't believe it, me personally. I don't know where Tom is. I don't know. Tom doesn't want to do anything with YouTube anymore. He didn't tell any of us. He's a very private person. He didn't tell us anything. So I hope he's alive. He's somewhere. I hope he's tuning in. If you're tuning in, Tom, I hope you're well, my friend. We miss you out here.
You do.
Big up to you.
How about Bumbaye? Where is Bumbaye?
Bumbaye's got a lot on his plate, man. The Zionists are trying to take out his country of birth, man. This country of... Yeah, actually, Bumbaye was born... Bumbaye is actually Nigerian. He's born in Nigeria.
You know what's funny? My wife is born in Lebanon.
There you go.
So I think Bumbaye he's from Lebanon, is he?
Yeah, it's Lebanon.
Lebanese, yeah.
It's Lebanese. Well, British. African-born Lebanese, but British, yeah. Yeah, big up to Bumbaye. He'll return when he's ready.
Man. I miss him.
Yeah. He'll come back when he's he'll come back when he's ready. Nothing but love.
When the Premier League season starts again.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Yeah.
He'll be on here defending Carico and INEOS and Glazers.
So for now, I have to do the INEOS defending on this channel.
The INEOS prop.
Yeah.
Luwani, to be fair, both you, Luwani, taking turns.
Yeah.
Did you guys find something? Did you guys find something weird about the World Cup? It looked like every team is playing from the same tactical sheet. It's almost like everybody is playing a variant of the 3-4-3 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I watched Morocco last time, it looked like that too because Mazraoui was playing in a back three.
Yeah.
Everybody pretty much. Maybe that's the way forward.
It's really fascinating, people. It's really fascinating. But people, listen, we're going to be live. Jarvis, are you live tomorrow or Thursday? You're live on Thursday, aren't you?
No, we're live on Thursday.
9 o'clock usually?
Well, it depends. I don't know the schedule, so maybe we will go live 8
Let me have a look. Let me have a look at what games are on. Let me have a look for you now. Let me have a look for you now.
So, yeah, what games are on?
Thursday, you've got Mexico, 2 o'clock. It's the last, as it is Thursday. So a lot of the games are kicking off, Jarvis. They're kicking off like in the same time. So 9 o'clock, I think Ivory Coast, Caracau. No, Thursday. So maybe that's Friday. So yeah, Caracau, Ivory Coast, Ecuador, Germany. And then 2 o'clock, Czech Republic, Mexico, South Africa, South Korea. And then, yeah, that's what's happening.
Who's going home?
Who's going home? South Africa, definitely going home.
Yeah, so tomorrow night, it's Bosnia against Qatar and Switzerland, Canada, 8 p.m. And then you have Scotland, Brazil. That's 11 p.m. So
yeah.
Because
tonight tomorrow morning you got Colombia versus Congo, Bosnia, Qatar, Switzerland, Canada.
Thursday will start. The group stage 3 will start, and then will be double games all the time.
Double games.
Yeah.
The last group stage game is actually tonight. Congo. No, is it Congo? Congo? No.
Yeah, Congo is playing tonight.
Yeah.
Another entertaining team.
And Brazil. Yeah, Brazil.
So
18.
we will go most likely go live then 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Thursday then. So we have 1 hour before the game starts.
Yeah.
Big up, guys.
Yeah, hopefully there'll be something to talk about because I'm sick to death about talking about Mateus Fernandes and all of these midfield links. I want us to be linked to
Yeah,
someone
definitely.
new.
We need somebody else to talk about.
Yeah,
100%. I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to talk about him anymore. Trust me.
No. And I think
Norway's good, man. That Jarvis. Yeah. Imagine Norway to win the World Cup, Jarvis. Norway will not sleep for about 2 months, 2 years, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we can go far. I think we can go
100%.
deep.
You got
Well,
goals.
at the moment, it looks like we are going up against Ivory Coast in the next stage. If we
be a
come
good
in
game.
second,
That
that
would be a good game.
And if England win the group and win the next stage, we will probably be up against England in the next stage.
What a game!
Yeah.
Woo!
So we will
That
see.
would
We
be
will
a
see.
game and a half.
Mm.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up.
Big up.
Big up and love to everybody, man. Please smash a like on your way out. Yeah, man. Big up Mohammed says it here. Free Palestine, Sudan, Congo, Syria, Iraq, Yemen, Lebanon. F the Zionist, F Trump, F Starmer. He's a failure, man. F the PDF files, man. You know who they are, mate. F FIFA, F them all, man. Big up to the peace-loving people in the world. Liberation for all. Free yourselves, everybody. For love and light, people. F the Glazers, F INEOS. For me, I'm just talking about the transfer strategy. I don't see any clear transfer strategy, me personally. I don't see it. And we can't just sign players who want to come to Manchester United because they're in all with Manchester United history. You have to persuade them. You have to have a plan to persuade these players. But yeah, listen, Sheikh Arian, safe journey. Have an amazing time. You can watch some games on the plane. Hopefully, I don't know who you're flying with, but if you're flying with reputable, they might have internet. You can watch some games. You can watch films at least on the plane. Have an amazing time in Cambodia, man. Enjoy the food. But pick up Luwani, pick up Jarvis. Listen, Tactical Devils, people. Make sure you check it out. Live on Thursday at 8 o'clock. Him and Stu will be live. So check it out. Stu and Jarvis. It's the hottest day predicted. It's going to be one hot day in the UK. So I'll see how I'm feeling, Jarvis.
Yeah.
Thursday, because it's going to be one hot. Tomorrow's going to be hot. I mean, Scholes is lying down on the floor.
Do you have any like AC in the house?
Yeah. I've got a little fan here. I'm going to take to bed.
Yeah, that's the worst thing when it's steaming hot. You can't even sleep. You know, you wake up every 20 minutes. You
sweating.
Yeah, sweating. Yeah. So yeah.
Sweat box, and then I've got to go and do a session in the school tomorrow as well.
Damn.
It is what it is. But anyway, big up, people. Make sure you check out Manuel Luwani 1979 on X. Make sure you check out Jarvis. Jarvis is Bowley BOLE77 on X. Make sure you check out the YouTube channel Tactical Devils. Make sure you check out Ben at Elmo39 on X, and make sure you check him out on TikTok and on Switch. He's a gamer. Elmo20 on TikTok, Elmo20 on Twitch. He's a gamer, people. If you're into gaming, he's the guy. Hong Kong Airlines, I think they might be advanced. They might have internet. There you go. Watch some games, man. How many hours of flight to Cambodia? It must be about 7 or 8 hours. 9 hours? Something like that. Flying to Hong Kong, I'm guessing, and then flying from Hong Kong to Cambodia. Wow. Maybe. Yeah, but have an amazing time, man.
He's coming home, Nuruddin.
I hope he is. For the people in the country that want to be happy, yeah. I hope he's coming home for them, but they have to play better football than what I saw tonight. Because he ain't coming home if they play that shit way, not moving the ball quickly.
Yeah.
I just want the best attacking team to win this to win this tournament. The best attacking team to win it. The team that's got more variations in his play. And at this moment in time, Norway, fucking hell, they got goals.
Who do you think will get the top goal scoring title in this World Cup?
Messi,
right now, Messi is on 5.
He's on 5.
Holland is on 4. Mbappe is on 4.
Yeah. Ronaldo, big up to Ronaldo. I know he was getting a lot of hate in the last couple of games, but he wanted to get the hat trick so badly today. He did everything to get the hat trick. But big up to him. It must be hard, you know what I mean? You're not the same player, but he still can bang. I don't
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
people
I
hate
think
on
it's
him,
gonna
like
be
too much hate on
messy,
him.
man.
Yeah, but big up to at least the Portuguese players for changing the tactics and crossing the ball to him, actually.
Mm.
Other than this tiki-taka, but try to walk it in. England were fortunate, man. I'm telling you, 2 fouls. Pickford could have got sent off. Concert definitely gave away a penalty. Boy, oh boy. England got lucky with the decisions tonight, mate.
And
big up
Semenyo
to-
got in the way when they had
Exactly.
basically an open goal. Yeah. It was a comedy show at times.
It was a comedy. Listen, big up to everybody. Love and
Big
light
up.
to all you lot. Like I said, Jarvis is live. Tactical Devils on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Make sure you
So you're
follow.
not going live tomorrow,
You like-
Nuruddin? You're not doing a
I'm going
live show?
live tomorrow. I'll go live tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow night. I'll have a look at the schedule, actually. Let me have a look at the schedule tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's Bosnia, Qatar, and Switzerland, Canada starts.
Yeah,
8
I might
PM,
after
so
the after the you know what, at 10 o'clock I'll be
it's
live
around
at 10 o'clock.
10 p.m.
Yeah, I'll be live at 10.
Mm.
But then actually, I don't know if I'll be live at 10 because then I'll be alive for an hour because then Brazil Scotland starts
Yeah,
at 11.
that would be a good
and,
one.
And Morocco Haiti.
Scott McTominay.
La 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 la. Yeah. Big up people. Love it, like. Take care. Good night.
Okay, good
Good
night.
night.